So I'm Jennifer Conway. I'm an intuitive business specialist, and I help heart-led spiritual women optimize processes for their energy and for their business so that everything flows. I've been doing this work for more than 15 years, and I'm so blessed because I get to love a balanced, authentic life with a business that places spirituality at the forefront and still has measurable impact and tangible results. So, what does that mean for you? That means that those big name marketers I've worked with in the past, a lot of them had what I call a business in a box. And that business is a box is whatever process, whatever system they use is keeps you in the box. It doesn't allow you to color outside the lines. There are no gray areas. And when I was working with their clients who were struggling, the biggest thing I found was that they really needed help coloring outside of the lines and playing in that gray area. So that's what I bring to you now is the business acumen, the understanding of those business processes that work so well on this 3D planet, but using them in a way that is aligned with your soul so that it all feels good to you. Sales feels good, your marketing feels good, and basically everything flows. And when you get into that flow, hustle starts to go away. So you've probably heard people say that when you're doing something you love, it's not work. Well, I have to call bullshit on that one because turning something you love into a successful business takes work, whether you call it tasks or strategy or work or whatever you want to call it, it's work. The difference is when you're in an authentic space and when everything you're doing is aligned, the magic of flow comes in. And when the magic of flow is in there, hustle just naturally begins to slip away. And that's where everything that I create and everything that I've done comes from. Tool that I've created that helps me and my clients live an authentic, aligned life with an authentic, aligned business that flows. That tool is the spiritual life triad. It's a guide to an authentic, aligned business that looks different for everybody. Now, when I talk about alignment, for some of us, that means that you're living as close as possible to your purpose, to your soul desires, and creating from that space. But if you really don't connect to a purpose in the way that we use it, if you don't connect to soul, alignment for you is understanding your values, what's important to you, what lights up your heart. That is your alignment. And the spiritual life triad works in both situations. There are three elements to the triad. And when all three are aligned, you feel balanced, grounded, and authentic. Those three elements are conscious ego release, community accountability, and radical honesty. Community accountability is actually showing up for what your community needs, not what you think they should need, but what they actually need, and showing up when they need you, not just when you need something from them. Conscious ego release is the practice of getting out of your head and into your heart so that you can shift from push, aggression, or force into care, understanding, and compassion. And radical honesty is all about spiritual honesty. It's tapping in to what your soul and your spirit want and what they are asking of you. So the spiritual life triad is rooted in energy, and energy creates a force called entrainment. In physics, they talk about when two systems work together, eventually they begin to influence one another's rhythms. And the easiest way to explain that is imagine if you're listening to music and there's a fantastic beat. If you listen long enough, your heart rate and eventually your breathing will tie to that beat. It's a phenomenon that's been studied in psychology, sociology, quantum physics. It's a concept that is everywhere. So I've seen entrainment work in very real ways. And one of those was when my husband and I were in a car accident. The other driver got out, started yelling at my husband, and I thought, this isn't going to work. So I very calmly, very quietly leaned in and asked them if he really thought that my husband hit them on purpose. Well, for them to hear me, they had to lean into me. They had to quiet their mind. They had to quiet their voice. Without realizing it, they were entraining their energy to my energy. And that allowed us to all peacefully wait until the police arrive and get it taken care of.